I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's just like a lot of things going on. I have a lot of projects. Also, life is happening. And this week, I felt like, as I was doing some of my projects, I just felt the energy of being overwhelmed creeping up. She was creeping up slowly. Thankfully, this time when it happened, I knew what it was. And I was able to name it. I was like, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed immediately. And I remember a couple of months ago where I just had like a lot going on, and I like went into the car at my dad, and he's like, what's wrong? And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I was just feeling really, really down. And I knew it wasn't like depression. I knew it wasn't like, I wasn't like sad or anything, but I was just like, I don't really know what I'm feeling, but I know I am feeling something. Like, I don't know what I'm feeling. And as I was like talking about it more, like, I realized life is kind of overwhelming right now because I feel like I have so many things to do, and I feel like there's not enough time to do them. And from that moment, I haven't felt like that since, and praise God for it. But I'm realizing when I start getting overwhelmed, that's my body telling me, you need to manage your time way better. You need to stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You need to slow down, because you're trying to do like a million things, and it feels like you don't have enough time because you're not managing your time well. Like, you're focusing on things that don't need to be done right now. You need to be prioritizing the things that need to be done this week. And like, even though those things seem like small, there's still things that need to get done in order for you to feel like your life is balanced. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of feeling. I'm also splitting my time creatively between like 4 projects that I'm working on. So I'm working on the zine. Right now I'm working on a contract with a company out in London. So it's like a 4-week contract, which literally this is the last week. Praise God. I'm grateful for it. It's taught me so much. But like, I'm ready for it to like run its course so I can free up my mind for other things. So there's that. The zine is like a beast in itself because I'm working with like 20 other artists to like populate the zine with the stuff that I see in my head. I have not even started to format the zine, but I know that once I start clearing things off my plate, I can do that. I also have to create my own art for the zine, which I have not even started because I've been running after everybody else to make sure that their stuff is in first, because I feel like I subconsciously know like I can dedicate 3 days to just working on the zine and she gonna get done, like my art's gonna get done. So there's that. I'm also working with my girl Shannon, who has an astrology-based clothing line called Trine, and we're creating a short film for the zine for that. So I'm gonna be directing that. I'm like helping her write the script. We're just doing like, it's a entire project. Also taking like a business course by Sophia Amoruso, and I am feeling guilt. I am feeling guilt that I'm still like kind of in the beginning of the course, and they're on like module 6. I'm on module 2. And I'm feeling it because I'm just like, I wanted to utilize the resources, the people that are taking their time to like be in the chats, to critique your work. Like, in my head, I'm thinking like, after this course is finished, yeah, I have it for a lifetime access, but like, the people won't be there for a lifetime, So in my head, I'm having to like work through some things with that. But I spoke to my friend, and she also took the course, and she was just like, girl, you can work at your own pace. Like, you really don't have to stress. Like, it's fine. You're gonna be fine. So that's that. What other projects am I working on? I'm working on so many damn projects. I'm working on this video series. This is the second video. I've shot like an intro video to that. I'm also working on like a TikTok series. That's gonna be really cute. Just ideas have been flooding into my head, and I just need to ground them and just get real practical about what I want to do, how I want to make money. Like, I'm just realizing that I do so many things, but not all of those things have to make me money. Like, I want to create art freely, and I don't really want that to be my job, you know? So I'm trying to like figure out how that looks for me and navigating that while also just being a human and dealing with my human stuff that comes up. Like I want to make sure that my social life is balanced. I want to make sure like I'm continuing to cultivate the friendships that are in my life. I'm, doing the self-work, making sure like I'm prioritizing self, and also like making sure like I'm keeping in touch with my family because, my grandma's like 86 or whatever. And, I want to speak to her more often. I want to see her more often. It's just like it's a whole lot of things. And on top of that, I have a mind that I'm learning to control because she just constantly goes. She's constantly on go. She's constantly thinking out loud. And it's like, can we be quiet for like 2 minutes? Like, we don't have to think. We don't have to think about literally everything every second. We can just sit here and be in silence. Like, it's okay to do that. So, I'm doing the things. I'm like remembering to drink my water. I'm remembering to eat healthy. I'm remembering to meditate, which is also another thing. Like, I have not been meditating and I've been lying to myself because I realized that I need meditation at least twice a day to calm what's going on up here. She's just big and juicy up here, and she's just like throbbing with ideas. So I realized that I haven't been meditating, which is probably why I am feeling overwhelmed. I have gotten to the point where like I feel like I meditate enough to where if I don't, I definitely feel the effects of it, which is like a beautiful thing. So I think I just need to like get back on my shit. And I haven't completely derailed. It's just, I took a different path, and I'm just like, I don't like this path. I need to get back on the path that feels great. So, guess lessons for next week is to basically just like manage my time a little better and figure out how to do that, figure out what that looks like, figure out what that feels like, and then just embody that. Take things a little slower. I want to move a lot slower. Like, I'm really not in this rushing energy. Like, I don't need to rush anywhere. Like, there is no like finish line. And if there is, it's like my own finish line. I'm running a race. I'm like doing a race that's only for me. Like, there's nobody else in my race. There's nobody else in your race. We're all in our own races. Like, we don't have to rush, so I want to take things a little slower. Other than that, things are great. So I really have no complaints. And like, are we overwhelmed? I was feeling a little overwhelmed, but you know what? We're gonna get right back on track, and it's gonna be cute. And like, yeah.